Welcome to Real Talk Wrestling. I'm your host Josh. With me, Clutch and L, the third L Ginger Americano. Actually, you're the second. Now we have a third. We're here to talk wrestling tonight. We have a massive weekend of shows. So let's get it started. But first, real quick, Clutch. Love is that the poster? What is that? Is that the poster of what of something? What is that? Is
That's
that Bailey?
the poster for the triple threat for the IC title. I thought it was one of the best posters I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I've never seen that poster. I saw him till like you popped in. I'm like, well, who? Oh, that's pretty cool. What do you think about that, Chris?
Yeah, that one
Posters.
looks really, really good.
Yeah, posters used to be a big thing back in the day. I don't know
Yeah,
why it was such a bigger deal back then, but now it's kind of like I think it's because of the streaming. I think it's what it is. But
they're
yeah,
just so
posters.
generic now, typically. Like they're the same, just group shot. There you go. That's all you get. This one's
Group
pretty.
shot.
Yeah, it's like a group shot. Like I was looking at some pictures earlier, and it was just like the Evolution one that I saw was just here's everybody that's going to be at Evolution, generic group shot. This one's actually pretty badass here.
Yeah, love it. At first, I'm like, what, I'm making a murderer? Like, what is this? I'm hyped. By the way, I'm watching Raw today. I watched Raw today, and I'm like, why am I stopping? Why am I not fast forwarding Becky, Bailey, and Lyra? I'm interested. I'm interested in a mid card title. It's crazy. Like I don't know how you guys feel about it, but we will get into it because we have all the cards. We're gonna go through every single show. Yes, every single show. Some will be quick, but we will go through them all. But the biggest one of the week is honestly AEW All In. Like that's the biggest show of the week. It is. It's the reason why we have so many shows this week because WWE has a hard on for counter programming AEW. They do it all the time. This is now a trend. It is what it is. It's fine. They made a mistake this year, or this time go around. They're not doing as well as they thought they were going to do. But All In's the biggest show. But we're not going to start with that. Of course, we're starting with the best show probably of the week end, which is not the best show, but the most watched shows. Saturday Night Main Event. I think it's going to be a decent show. And you know what, Clutch? I have an admission. And Chris, my excitement for the Goldberg match has risen from 0% to 0.5. 0.5%. 0.5.
That's a percent too much.
You think so?
At least maybe 10% too much.
I think their segment on Raw was okay. Clutch, what do you like? That's going to be the biggest match of the night. We'll just start out. That's the first match I'm reading. It's for the World Heavyweight Championship match. Goldberg showed up twice, and he had a backstage interview or a sit down interview. So he's been on the show 3 weeks in a row, at least making an appearance. So at least he's built. It's not like he showed up once as like you're next, and we don't see him until the card. At least he's making somewhat of an effort. So that's kind of cool. And I actually like the segment against Gunther on Monday night. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a good build. Am I crazy?
You are crazy to say that you're excited for a Goldberg
No.
match in
25.
2025. Anything above 0% excited, you're crazy.
All right.
Who wants to see Goldberg anymore? Do you
Clutch,
think this will really be his last match?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like for real, for real?
Yeah.
Because I feel like this kind of came a little bit out of left field. I already thought he was done. I was surprised that he was doing the Ric Flair one more match, one more time thing. I hope it's the end.
It's Clutch. Am I crazy for the 0.5 excitement level?
The only good thing about this match happening was maybe that just the fact that there is a build present for this match. And then but then the bell's gonna ring. And then everything's gonna go downhill very, very quickly unless Gunther kills him.
Man, okay. Hear me out, right? No, I can't do it. I gotta convince you on AEW later. I'm not gonna try to convince you on Bill Goldberg. But if they keep it brief, if they keep it short, if Seth gets involved, if something happens, it's gonna be exciting, right? You heard the fans on Raw; they were chanting Goldberg like crazy because it's Bobby was gonna tell you that. Oh, you hear the Goldberg thing, people are gonna pop. Bro, yeah, of course they're gonna pop. Have you listened to the crowd? And I'm getting so over it, by the way, but I'm not gonna go on about it. But they sing everyone's song, and every single show is karaoke night. Every show is stand-up comedy night. And the fans are getting involved too much. They're taken away from it. I'm serious. They're singing Seth's song, then they're barking. Like, they're heels, guys. Like, come on. If you're going to play along, play along. I get it. You like them. But you kind of take over the segments. Either way. So they're chanting Goldberg because that's what they're supposed to do now. The fans are now a part of the show. That's the new gimmick for 2025. The fans are now a new member of the show. So they're going to chant Goldberg no matter what. Hell, you could bring back any legend you want. They're going to probably chant that guy's name too. So that's just the way the crowd is in 2025. So people are going to be hot for this match, whether you like it or not. And it's going to be over with. And that's it. You know what I tell my son all the time? Come on, man. One more page of the book. One more page. That's it. And then it's it. This is the best. This is the best part of the book because it's the last page. So this might be the best Goldberg match ever because it's the last one.
Are you going to watch it? Do you think you'll actually? Will you make it a point? Are you so excited at your 0.5% that you are going to watch it live?
No, I can't watch it live. Unless I get home early. I'm going to a fantasy football draft on Saturday. Scott Fish Bowl. It's in Orlando. You know how far that is from where we live. So it's going to start around like 11, 12. We're going to have the draft that takes about 4 or 5 hours. By the time I'm going with Dirtbag Dave. He wants to go out, and we got some people we usually meet up with. So I won't be home until about around 9, 10 o'clock. So no.
Okay.
And, I might walk in. If I walk in and it's on, still on NBC and it's like 9:30, of course, I'll turn it on. But if it's too late, it's too late. I'll watch it the next day, though. But anyway, we'll talk about the next card next. All right, the next match, which I didn't know this was a thing. Can someone explain to me what happened? Clutch, you're probably going to have to explain this to me. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I saw this match announced on Raw. I was like, did I miss this? I know it was a 4th of July holiday over here. I didn't watch, I promise you. Didn't watch nothing. I had a 4-day weekend. I did nothing. I didn't watch TV, didn't go on social media. I laid in bed pretty much all weekend with my son, and we just played Minecraft and Fortnite. Did Drew come back Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's basically it was one of those like 1 week build kind of match. Well, 2 because it's going to be on Friday. But yeah. There was a segment with Cody and Randy came out to tell Cody, hey, I hesitated, you didn't, good job, whatever. And then Drew comes out and basically says, hey, this is just one big circle jerk. And like, you're not the Viper anymore. You're not the Legend Killer, and then they get into a fight. And then, Saturday night's main event.
Nice. All right. Oh, by the way, we didn't do a prediction. I think Goldberg's going to win.
What?
Yeah, I think
Goldberg.
I think Seth's going to cash in on Goldberg. I think Goldberg's having 2 matches.
You think Goldberg's going to win the title?
Yeah.
And then Seth is going to immediately.
I just want to be on camera saying it when it happens. I'm being dead. I literally have no faith right now in anything. He's buried Kevin Owens. He's buried Bray Wyatt. Why not bury another talent on the way out? I have no faith. I really don't. No.
Or is it that you want to actually get a Seth cash in on camera for once? So you're going to start predicting it every week, so you can go back. You're going to make a highlight reel. You're going to cut out all the wrong predictions, and you're going to get the one time when you finally call it, and you're going to say, "Look, Chris, I called that cash in."
I'm being 1,000% serious. At the end of the day, I do think Seth's going to cash in on Cody. I think because I said that from the start. Seth is not going to cash in on a secondary title. Seth wants the WWE title, so he's going to cash in on Cody. That's just what I think. So no, I don't think Goldberg. I was just joking. But anyway, all right. So Drew McIntyre and what do you guys think? Do you guys think Goldberg has a chance? Like any chance at all? They do that at all?
No, not against Gunther. Do you think maybe we could get like a throwback to the Goldberg Brock Lesnar match? Except for this time, it's Goldberg that gets stunned early, and then it can be over in 2 minutes.
I need that.
Exactly.
It depends. Does this close the show or does it start the show? It's got to close it, right?
I guess. But let's just wrap it up and let's all go home.
All right, we're talking too much about this. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. Now, Clutch, I didn't see this segment. I didn't know anything about it. So I'm going to guess that Drew can't come back and lose. Right? Drew has to beat Randy Orton.
I would figure so. At the same time, Randy just lost one. So it's Randy losing 2 in a row or Drew losing on his comeback. So I'd probably go with Drew. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's solid. I mean, they're both good at what they do. So
Is there any backlash that there's 0 women's matches on this Saturday night main event card?
not that I saw. I mean, it's kind of. I'm not gonna say makes sense, but it's kind of like overshadowed by the fact that there's like an all women's card the following day. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not going to throw that many matches. It doesn't make sense too.
I didn't even see where's the location of each of them.
Atlanta.
They're both in Atlanta. They're just doing Atlanta weekend. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're doing that whole package thing now, Chris. Like every time it's a whole weekend now. It's by the Saturday night main event, by the paper. They did it here in Tampa too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to buy NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
Yeah, you got to buy it all. You can't buy single. You got to buy it all.
The NXT pay-per-view, individual show, the pay-per-view. Yeah, it's like a 5-event thing.
Yeah, here it is. Package
Friday to Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I want to do. WWE. I want to watch wrestling every night this week.
Yeah.
Like
Friday,
I want to go
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I want to drive to USF. I want to pay $20 for parking, and I want to do it every day. What are we doing? Anyway, LA Knight, Seth Rollins. This match is going to be fun. I'm really into LA Knight's. I guess you would say I would call it a push. I felt like he was getting lost in the shuffle with like Carmelo Hayes and other guys over there on SmackDown. Now he's back with the main event talent up there with Seth Rollins. This is massive for him. But we can't have Seth lose here. My question to you, Clutch and Chris, is there going to be a new member? I feel like they're going to add somebody else. That's been Triple H's thing. What do you think, Clutch?
I mean, outside of the bloodline, there hasn't really been more than 3 in a group at a time, I don't think. And, well, I guess 4 if you count
Judgment
5.
Day.
That's the point. Never mind. I completely lost the point I was going to make. Anyways.
I think you're thinking like top teams, though, right?
Yeah.
Because they're a mid-card team. We're not calling them mid-card stables. He's talking top stables.
Judgment Day's a top stable.
They're a mid-card stable.
All right.
What titles do they have right now? What are they chasing?
A bunch of tag team gold.
Yeah. Okay. I got what you were saying there, Clutch. You're like the top stables. They don't get real big.
Yeah, they usually don't. Outside of the bloodline. So, and I don't know. Maybe if you're WWE, you would probably want to keep the focus on Braun Breaker because he's over. You said because of the barking and everything, he's been over for a while now, and he's just a freak athletically. So I see what they're trying to do. This is basically like a other version of Evolution, kind of, where eventually Braun's just going to turn on his mentor Seth, and they're going to have their blow-off match. And I dig it. I'm into it. So, but yeah, I don't think it even needs to grow anymore.
I had a nightmare last night. That's why I brought it up. Braun Strowman. I had a nightmare. Had it. I was thinking like, okay,
Braun.
I promise you I had a nightmare. I woke up and thought it was a reality. Because I didn't watch Raw yet at the time. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, on Raw, Braun Strowman came back. Like that's what was in my mind when I woke up today. So anyway, I'm glad. I don't know. I feel like they don't need it, but I would like to get an addition. But the person I wanted them to add to be taken serious is now a new wrestler going under the name of El Ginger or El Grande Americano, which we're not going to get into that. I'm not into it. I know they want to keep it alive, but man, I don't think Kaiser pulls it off. I don't, but it is what it is. This is a big spot for LA Knight. But man, I hate seeing him lose every single time. And this is just another loss. He's
going to be that upper mid-carder that sometimes finds his way into the main event scene just to lose kind of guy. And that's just what he is. And I don't see an opening, I guess, in the main event division for him to like actually make us a serious run for a title or a top spot on the upper card. So yeah, it's just what it is, I think.
He's SmackDown Sammy.
No.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
Because Sammy doesn't listen. Sammy's not going to actually. He floats around the top of the card, but it's usually to essentially just job out. And he's really good. He's really entertaining. Very over. LA Knight is just he's SmackDown Sammy.
Sammy's winning a title. I don't think LA Knight will. I think Sammy wins a title eventually. I'm looking at the picture right now, and I guess you guys can't see it. I was gonna say, look at this picture, guys. But look, if you're looking at the picture for the official Saturday Night Main Event on WWE.com, it has like their promo, right? Their little promo picture. And if I ask my wife, if I ask Chris's wife, if I ask Clutch, I don't know if you have a girlfriend, I don't know how your situation, but if I asked any of your friends, look at this picture and who is the superstar here? LA Knight is freaking shredded, jacked, good looking, chiseled. Seth's just I mean, I love Seth, don't get me wrong, but isn't that crazy? But it is, I'm glad Vince isn't running the company anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. LA Knight just looks like a freaking star. And for him to never win a title is going to be crazy to me. That's the card.
Yeah. Also, I have a prediction for this match.
All right.
I think Roman comes back.
Okay.
You got to start the SummerSlam build at some point, and I think now's the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. That'd be cool. I mean, they don't. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, but it wouldn't be the main event.
After the match, though,
I could see a thing where LA Knight's been costing his Seth quite a bit and his team, like, or at least messing with them, where they just like come down and beat him down, and there's like a save, I guess.
I see Punk, not Roman, but it could be Roman. I think eventually, I told you what I think. It's going to be a tag team match. Roman and oh my gosh, it's not going to be. It's going to be a 6-way match, trios. It's LA Knight, CM Punk, and Roman versus the guys, Seth, Bronson, and Braun. I guarantee it. That's the SummerSlam match.
You think?
Why else is LA Knight in the story?
Filler.
They have 3. They needed a third.
6-man tag player.
Yeah, it's going to be a 6-man. I know it is. God dang. I at some point, somewhere, or maybe they're setting up for eventually a War Games match, and then the baby faces need one more superstar, and then Seth gets one. I don't know. There's a reason why LA Knight's in this spot. It's for a reason, and I think it's because they have 3. They're waiting on Roman to come back. And that's why CM Punk had the interaction with LA Knight already to already establish that they don't like each other, but they're for the same cause. I don't know, man. Anyway, that's Saturday Night Main Event. Quickly, we'll go through probably the best show of the weekend, in my opinion. If you want graps, if you want wrestling, if you want craziness, if you want kickouts, if you want, 1,000 tombstone pile drivers, Texas death matches, run-ins, face paint, blood, syringes. This is it. So here's the card. We have a women's casino gauntlet shot for the AEW Women's World Championship. I'm not going to waste everyone's time and tell everyone who's in this match. It is what it is. Men's casino gauntlet, same thing. But I will say Mark Briscoe and MJF are starting the match. They already had their confrontation Wednesday night. MJF beat the hell out of Mark Briscoe. MJF brought up Jay dying. Super stupid. I hated it. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Bucks. EVP titles on the line. Also a world title shot for Swerve and Will Ospreay are on the line as well. If they lose, they don't get a title shot for a year. Which I was thinking about it, and I listened to a podcast, and I forgot who it was, which made the best sense in the world. Why would the Young Bucks give I'm not going to say it. Why would they care? Why would they care? They're tag team champions, or they're tag team divisions. They're not world champions. Why would they care if these two men win the world title or not? They're not even in the same division. So these stipulations are ridiculous. It's like saying, hey, Chris, put your job on the line. And if I beat you, Chris, you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I won't adopt a cat tomorrow or for the whole year. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's a weird double stipulation there. Who do you think is going to win, though?
See that, but that's the thing that makes see this. I'm kind of getting back into AEW because of things like this. I think it's cool because it's very AEW is getting very predictable for a very long time. I don't know because if the Young Bucks lose the EVP gimmick, what do they do? What else could they do? Win the tag team champions again? That doesn't make sense. They've already done that. They've already fought everybody.
What if they lose the match, but then they start getting whiny and complaining and they cheated or something like that, and basically, I don't know, just that they're going to complain their way back into it or something.
Here's what I think's happening. Now, Clutch, I know you're super into the story.
Yep.
So stick with me, and I know you'll agree. If you think I'm going off script or anything, just let me know. Next year, All In's going back to London. There's a reason why it's a 1-year ban. They're not going to put the strap onto Will Ospreay because right now, in this year, they're not going to put the strap on Will Ospreay this year because the story they're telling is MJF. MJF's going to get his title back. He's getting the Hurt Syndicate's help. That's the story. The reason why he wanted to get in the Hurt Syndicate so bad was so he can win the World Championship. Now he's in this Casino Gauntlet match. He's going to win that. He's going to win the World Championship. So that's not going to be Ospreay's not going to be around it. But Ospreay could win the title match to get into All In main event next year in London, in front of his people, in front of his town. The 1 year's expired. His opponent, Swerve, who's super pissed at him already. Now, how did Swerve get a title shot? I don't know, Chris. It's AEW, bro. They make shit up all the time. But this is setting up a year-long feud.
He could be number one ranked.
Yeah, or like a vacated title or something like that. I do think this is going to be a long-term story that's going to be awesome in AEW. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, sign me up. Sign me up. Because I think Swerve's turning heel pretty soon. Clutch, are you into that?
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah. Who's winning the match then? Are we going for the Bucks or the Swerves? The Swerve Ospreys.
I'll go with the Bucks, I guess, for your idea.
All right, it's a pretty good idea. I know. Adam Cole, baby, versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. Chris, I'm going to give you the chance. Who is the TNT champion right now?
Who is the TNT champion right now? It is Adam Cole.
That's right. Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher. I think Adam Cole's got to win that. Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed. If you don't know who they are, that's Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey versus the Patriarchy, which is Christian Cage and Nick Wayne for the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Sure. Hurt Syndicate's going to win that. Nobody could beat them. They look like monsters. AEW Continental Championship match. Well, actually, no, it's the Unified Championship match.
Kenny Omega versus still a thing?
Yeah, yep. Kenny Omega versus Okada, the Unified Championship match. I don't know who they're gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know. I think Okada has a good shot because he's the heel, but I think at the end of the day, you have a new title. You want it to be. They want it to be the secondary title, the secondary title to the AEW title, like the World Heavyweight Championship to the WWE Championship. It's got to be Kenny Omega. It's got to be.
Yeah, to help build up that title some, get people excited about it.
Yep. And here's what I think should be the main event. Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné.
I knew it was coming.
For the AEW Women's World Championship. Mercedes.
Put that one on second. I should go in the 2 spot.
I should go in the 2 spot? Okay.
The 2 spot.
Does anyone think Mercedes is losing this match?
Yes.
Clutch, if you were a booker, would you book Mercedes to win or lose?
Lose.
I don't think it would matter because she has creative control, doesn't she?
They've come out this week and said she does not have creative control.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's what Tony says.
She has 3 championships on her.
Tony says at least in AEW, she doesn't have creative control. Now, she might be able to go do things outside of that. But inside AEW, Tony says he gets final say.
Yeah. But I think, I will say this because I did see like clips and things. It seems like Tony Storm is they're gonna turn. She's gonna turn into like the I don't want to play with you anymore kind of toy, and they're gonna put all their eggs into the Mercedes basket.
So if I was a booker, taking all of my fandom out, all of it, I would have Toni Storm win this match because she is your division. She is your baby face. She is your fan favorite. People pop for her. Like, she is the star of the show. She is the person that gets the largest reaction every single night, every single match, every single appearance. People watch her stuff. As far as like ratings go, that's MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. But as far as reactions go, it's her. She's crushing it. You know, just because someone's on top all the time, like Toni Storm is, like she's always on top too. People don't talk about that. Mercedes might have all these little titles here, this little independent title, this little shit, sorry, Bobby title. Who cares? Toni Storm has the title. And at the end of the day, that means something. Like, she is still the favorite there for now. I would have her win because she is your favorite. You can't establish a top, like a Becky Lynch, right? She's cemented forever as a superstar. Why? Because she wins big matches. So you're telling me Toni Storm, 2 all-ins in a row, you're going to drop it to Mariah May, and then you're going to drop it to Mercedes Moné. That buries her. But I know what Tony's going to do. Going to do exactly what Clutch said. She's gone. We got a new one. Done and done. Because Tony's an idiot. He doesn't know how to book. He doesn't know how to make people look strong. He sucks at it. If you make her lose here now, she will be known as the woman who loses at the big stage and can't win the big ones. It's the way it is. Am I wrong? Where am I telling? Where are the lies? Or what? Tell me when I'm telling lies.
She's basically going to be the Dan Marino of AEW.
That's just rude.
Yeah.
Oh, double zinger there for each of you.
Yeah. But anyway, I would have Timeless Toni Storm win. And I kind of hope she wins. I hope Mercedes loses, but we'll see, man. The last match, Texas Death Match. Jon Moxley versus Adam Hangman Page, AEW World Championship, Texas freaking Death Match.
Do you know on this match, you do a lot of the betting, right? You do a lot of the little betting websites, right?
I play on the Hard Rock app, the legal one here.
Can we bet on if Jon Moxley is going to bleed in this match? Because I'd like to throw some money at that.
Bleeds on the way to the ring, probably.
He's going to be in a Texas Death Match. You know what's coming.
They should have like who bleeds first, and because they're both going to bleed.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people are. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to say. Actually, I'm going to say there's only one match that has blood. There's no other matches that actually deserve or need blood. Only one: Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. And I think that Jon Moxley is going to win. I don't think Adam Hangman Page wins. And it's going to suck. And people are going to be pissed. Watch. Telling you guys right now, Jon Moxley's going to win this match.
I'd rather see Hangman win it.
Everybody would. Clutch, how about you? You want Hangman to win this match?
Sure. Texas Cowboy. Texas match. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Darby's coming back. Darby Allin. Telling you. Darby Allin's gonna be the one probably to take the title.
Did AEW, I mean, I know you get all your stuff through your internet provider, but did they finally get rid of Bleacher Report?
Oh, I'm glad you told me that. I'm glad you asked. So the start time, because I was gonna give everybody the news. Start time is 3 p.m. Saturday, July 12th. The All In 0 hour will be a pre-show at 1 o'clock. Runs for 2 hours. I believe that's going to be on YouTube. How to watch. You can order on Amazon Prime and YouTube and other streaming and pay-per-view platforms such as cable. So if you have Amazon Prime, guys, you could buy this. It's a legitimate streaming service. It's probably going to be $50. Now that I know that it's on Prime, I'm going to buy it. I was thinking about it because I'm going to be at the stupid draft all day. This is the match. This is the card I want to watch the most. I'm really interested in this card. I think this is going to be the pay-per-view of the week. All right.
So when are you going to watch it then? You're going to be at the thing all weekend.
Sunday. I don't draft Sunday. I draft on Saturday. Sunday, I'm doing nothing. Sunday, I'm doing 0. You think I'm watching Evolution?
But it's on Saturday.
Yeah, Sunday I'll watch. Yeah, if I buy it on Prime, it's mine.
You're gonna buy it the day after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do that. I'm sure you're able to do that, right?
I don't know. Probably.
If they want to make money, I'll tell you what. I won't be watching freaking Evolution. I'm sorry, guys. Clutch. I'm sorry. We're back to the WWE nonsense. I'm not really interested in Evolution at all. I think the build has been absolute garbage. Garbage. The only match that actually has any kind of time that I care about is the triple threat match. But we're going to start with Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship. That match was made Friday night, tape show. I don't know. Was this a huge build? Why is Trish Stratus back? What happened, Clutch?
No. Also, spoiler for the other main title match. The whole thing for both of these titles has been, hey, you're the champion. You get to pick your opponent. And it's been just that. At least for the other one, you have a solid matchup going on with Io and Rhea. But was just last Friday, Tiffany coming out and being like, hey, I pick Trish Stratus because I want to face her. And that's the only reason.
This might be worse than the Goldberg match. No, I like Trish Stratus, but I just don't understand. There's nothing there. There's no build. There's no nothing. Is Tiffy a good guy? Is she a bad guy? Is Trish a good, like I don't know. But we all know Trish isn't winning this title. I like this match. This match might be fun, actually. Hold on. Women's tag team title match. Go 4-way. Raquel and Roxanne versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte versus, I know they announced it because I saw it on Raw.
The Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors. And then NXT is Solruka. And I don't know her other name, Clutch.
And Zario.
This should be a fun match. I'm into it. I would love to see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair win these titles. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Raquel and Roxanne are going to keep the titles. But is there a chance that we can see a title change? And if it does, I would love it to be Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. That's something different for Charlotte. I think it's cool.
They've actually been telling a story, and I appreciate it. I've been watching SmackDown, and Alexa and Charlotte is probably in the first story I have actually been interested in probably in years. Because it's simple. It's very different from what she's used to, other than I'm Charlotte Flair, I win world title. And it's a breath of fresh air. It's nice. And I agree with you. I would like to see them win the tag titles because I like their dynamic.
Okay, Chris, look at that. See, I'm not biased. I don't hold grudges. If something's good, I say something's good.
I was going to ask for you, is your favorite thing about it that it would keep her away from the world title? Is what's most intriguing about her winning?
No, honestly, it gives me a different dynamic, something different, something other than what Clutch said. Like, oh, I'm the queen, I win championships. Like that's we're done with it.
Yes, that is very overdone at this point.
And I think that if she's accepting it and accepting this role as like this storyline, she's gonna get over. She's gonna get back in the. That's all we want from Charlotte is her to cooperate and not beat MJF over there in AEW. You could put him at the top of the card. You could put him with the mid-carders. You could put him with luchadors. He's so versatile, right? Charlotte, you could be the same thing because she's so great in the ring. She could do all that. She doesn't always have to do the same story. So that's what I like about it. It's different.
Is it kind of like when Vince, and this was more of a Vince thing, but when Vince kept forcing face Roman Reigns down our throats and everyone kept rejecting it and got tired of it and it was boring. And then they finally pulled the trigger on him being heel. And then look what happened to him for all these years.
Money. Printing money.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no holds barred match. I like no holds barred match. They need that. Jade needs that. It's going to protect her. She's going to look good with like a chair, swinging at Naomi, using weapons. I think it's going to be good. But Naomi has been awesome lately, Clutch. Who needs this match more because they're both technically number one contenders. Technically, they both are. If you think about it that way.
I think usually whoever holds Money in the Bank has this like advantage of being able to lose without losing too much steam. But the last time they faced off, if I'm not wrong, that was WrestleMania, and Jade won. So it's a tough one. I actually cannot call this match. I would like to see Naomi win because she's been so great, but I have this feeling they're gonna give it to Jade to
You don't
keep
think
her
Bianca steps in?
Tiffany match.
You don't think Bianca steps in?
I think she's still hurt.
Okay.
I think, not sure.
How long has she been out?
It's been like a month or two now.
Yeah, it'd be a cool surprise to see her come back because they made it no holds barred. She can make her decision of which side she's going to side with.
I think someone has to, because they made it no holds barred, someone has to be getting involved in this match. I'm kind of leaning the other way. I'm kind of leaning a little bit more Naomi, but the only way that you can say that she's going to beat Jade is something has to be a little unfair or tilted in her favor. So I'm thinking some outside interference that eventually helps Naomi get over.
I'm thinking Triple H saw the match with Asuka, and he said, "Oh boy, we got to make this no hold barred." And then when she gets to SummerSlam, they're like, "Yeah, no holds. You good with no holds barred? Whoever the champion is, because we have every match. She can't do it. She can't wrestle. I don't know, tell you guys. She just make a hardcore champion, women's hardcore champion. She can be it. Bring back the 24/7. She be the champion forever. Naomi, I would prefer Naomi to win this match. Man, Rhea and Io Sky. Rio and Io Sky. Are you tired of Io yet, Clutch? I know you're a big fan, but are you tired of the same? I come out, I tell everyone I'm the champion, and I smile. Don't you want more?
Okay, yes, I would want more, like character-wise. Am I tired of EO being the champion? Period. No.
Okay, I'm not tired of it. Just asking. No need to get aggressive. No, so but would you be happy if Rhea won this title back? How about that? That's the question I should have asked.
She's gonna win it back eventually. We know this, and I've already been saying this for a while now. Like, give it a little bit of time and separate her from the main title. But I don't know. I think it's been a while since she's been champion, hasn't it? Because she was hurt, and then it's been a little bit. So I don't know. I still like to see EO continue the thing. I was hoping that I told you this in the prediction show for Saudi that I was hoping Asuka would win the Queen of the Ring, and then we got EO and Asuka, and that would have been really great. But now I don't know. I'm trying to see where the women's world title picture can line up for SummerSlam, and it probably lines up better with Rhea as champion. But yeah, sadly, because I do want to see EO continue her reign.
Yeah, I think it depends. I don't know if it depends on who wins the Battle Royale for the number one contenders match. Because that person gets to wrestle the champion in Paris, but they didn't say what champion. Did they announce which champion, or can they just pick which champion?
I think it's their brand's champion.
Like Nikki Bella doesn't have a brand. I guess she would just be on Raw because that's where she is all the time, right? Like we're assuming. Okay. Well, Nikki Bella, she can't win. She can't freaking win. If she wins, I don't know.
She's been highlighted as like she's been the highlight of this battle royal, so that usually means that she's not going to win.
Yeah, she's not going to win. So I think that's where what I was getting to is it depends on who wins the battle royale. What I think is going to happen with Rhea, because if it's someone that's on the SmackDown side that matches up with Rhea well, it makes sense. But if it's some like random person like Nikki Bella, what are we doing? Nikki Bella versus Io, like what do we do? Nikki Bella matches up with nobody. Not Tiffy, not maybe Tiffy. I don't know.
No.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be Rhea now. I'll tell you my reasons in a minute.
Okay, well tell me now.
Oh, I'll say it now. We're not gonna predict the battle royal.
We can, yeah, sure.
I was gonna get to it at that point.
Okay, well I don't know the people. I'm not gonna. I don't know any of the people. So if someone from NXT wins, they just get an NXT championship. That'd be cool. If someone from NXT wins, like Jordan Grace, I don't know if she's in it. I have no idea.
No, she's got her own match.
Hey, don't spoil it, guys. I know she's got her own match at Bash of the Beach. All right,
No,
but we could do double duty.
She has her match at Evolution.
Evolution. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Keep
My
scrolling down
mistake.
the page just a little bit further, and you'll probably get to hers.
My bad. My bad. My bad. Oh, you're right, Jordan Grace. Actually, she's not on here. I'm on CBS.
I'm on
Jade Cargill,
CBS.
Valkyria, Battle Royale, Women's. Oh, there it is. Okay, JC Jane. Yeah. All right. Well, never mind then. I thought that was Bash of the Beach. All right. So, if someone from NXT wins, it'd be cool. But I was gonna never mind then because Mariah May. What if she wins? It could be an NXT person. Would you think that's a waste? If it is an NXT person, would you consider that a waste? Chris, as someone who doesn't watch NXT.
If it's the right person, no. Like a Mariah May, someone that kind of people already know. Or if it's somebody that's right on the cusp of moving over to the main roster, not necessarily. Come on, we like new and we like different sometimes. So it depends on how they do it. It can be done in a way where it would work. But I don't know, like you said, I don't know the NXT roster real well to pick out names.
Well, Clutch has someone in mind to face Rhea, and I'm curious to know who it is. I have to know who it is.
Okay. I think it's going to be Stephanie.
Okay.
They had and it came to me during this discussion we're having because there was a segment where they teased that they were like that little backstage thing where they look at each other like, "Oh, possible match." And I think they might pull the trigger on it. That's why now I'm going with Rhea winning the world title, and I think it's gonna be Stephanie versus Rhea for the world title at SummerSlam.
Yep.
I think that'd be a big money match right there. That'd be a very marketable match.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm down with that. That's a great match for SummerSlam because back here she's got it. People are into her. She's got these video packages. Like she's mega over. Yeah. Okay.
Her entrance is pretty badass.
Yeah, everything about her is awesome. She's great. She's great in the ring. So glad that yeah, okay. All right. I forgot that she was in the match. There we go. That's my pick as well. We're all going the same. Now, Jordan Grace, JC Jane. I know nothing about JC Jane. I know zero about JC Jane. I have no idea who she is. Is Jordan Grace going to win this championship, Clutch?
Yeah, I think so. I think JC she's just a transitional champion because she beat Stephanie for it just so Stephanie can go up to the main roster. And they didn't know where to put it at that point. Mariah May, Blake Monroe, whatever, she wasn't there yet. So you hate that, don't you?
No, I don't hate it. It's just I know her as Mariah May. I still call Rusev Miro, and he's back in the WWE. I call him Miro all the time.
It takes you a few months before you can remember their new name.
To be honest, when Paige was in AEW, I called her Paige the entire time.
You're used to it. But anyway, Jordan Grace, sure, it's going to set up a great feud with possibly Blake Monroe. I don't know how they're using her. I'm failing watching NXT. I wanted to watch her. I wanted to watch Ricky Saints. But I don't know, man. Tuesday nights, it's hard for me to get interested. It's really, really difficult for me. I don't know why, but I hope Jordan Grace wins. I think she's great. I think she's a good, obviously. We're not saying anything. We're not breaking news here. It's all great. And the last match, my favorite match of the night, or my favorite build to the pay-per-view, is Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Lyra. It's been a while since I've been interested in Becky Lynch. This is the best she's been in years, in my opinion, since Ronda, since the man was first introduced. This is the first time she's been watchable to me on TV. Everything that she's done in between has been a total miss. So I like this Becky Lynch. I love this version of Bayley. And I don't know what happened to Lyra, but she just woke up and said, you know what? I'm going to have personality. I'm going to just talk and be not a robot. And I'm going to have a personality. So Lyra has been the most improved wrestler in the past month by far. I hope Lyra wins this match. And I hope she turns heel. I'm hoping we get a heel Lyra. Am I crazy? Clutch.
I think she's been, I don't know about heel. She's been good where she is, she's still a babyface, but with a little bit of an edge. And it's crazy. We've been on this show, I think, multiple times saying Lyra is a great wrestler, but she's boring as hell personality-wise. And that's why she's never going to get over. And all of a sudden, she, like you said, she decided to get a personality. And now she's great. And this match, should be the main event. I don't know if it will be, but it should main event the show. I think Io and Rhea is gonna ultimately main event, but I think this one should main event.
I think this one opens the show. Probably it has to open it because they had that mindset of like if it's not the best match, right? If it's not the main event, you want to go first.
Yeah.
Probably wake up the crowd. What about you, Chris? Who do you want to walk away? Who do you want to have this Intercontinental Championship at the end of the night?
Who do I want?
Yeah, who do you want?
Who do I want? If it's just who I want, I would like to see Bailey with it again.
She's never had it.
Well, with a championship again, should I say?
With a championship, okay.
With a championship again. But I don't know, I'm a big Bailey. And that's just strictly just who do you want it, not with considering storylines and everything else. I would be good with anyone coming out of this match with the championship, though. Like I'm definitely interested to see where they decide to take this. Does Becky continue to hang it over their heads? Does Lyra kind of get her breakthrough that she's going up against these two, very seasoned, very accomplished veterans? This is maybe this is her breakthrough match here to really establish herself. I could see her going that direction too. So I'm interested in this match. I know you're not going to be watching. I probably will be watching though.
I mean, it's not because I've been watching All In, but here's what I think if Bailey does win, it opens up so many doors to other opponents and other storylines. What's the first thing I think we all said this when Roxanne got called up is, oh, Roxanne and Bailey are going to have a program. It never happened. They got scrapped almost right away. If Roxanne loses her titles, Bailey picks up a title that can give her something to do, a heel Roxanne to prove herself to the Judgment Day that she's going to be a champion. That could be a cool storyline. Or if Lyra wins it back, boom, we can get Bailey versus Lyra one-on-one for the title. If Becky wins it, you're right, Chris. You could just keep on hanging over their heads. This feud it doesn't have to end at Evolution. It can continue.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably the most interesting to me, the most interesting women's storyline in the company. I think this is my favorite. One of the entire, probably not even just women's storyline, all storylines. Easily top 3 right now for me. I love it. I'm eating it up.
Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be the match of the card.
Is it the last match of the Evolution?
Yes.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Real quick, because we're not done yet, guys. If you thought you were done with wrestling, we have 2 more cards to go through. We will not break them down. I will read them off to you. And if you have anything to say, Chris or Clutch, let me know. NXT Great American Bash, July 13th on Peacock and Netflix internationally. Sure, that's what we're doing this weekend, guys. We're watching wrestling. Obafemi versus, you're going to have to help me with this one, bro. Yoshiki Inamura. I don't know who this is. Obafemi's okay. You don't know who he is. Okay, Obafemi, cool. I love him. NXT Women's North American Championship, Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame. She's wrestling twice that week. Cool. NXT North American Championship, Falls Count Anywhere match, Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints, an AEW classic. I can't wait to watch that one. And Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace versus Fallon Henley and JC Jane. Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans. And Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana contract signing for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match at Slammiversary, which is next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be watching that, Clutch?
I might tune in just for that match, but I don't know enough of it to be invested in the full show, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. And then, guys, there's one more match, but one more card, but this is not the end of the weekend. This opens the weekend. So if you want wrestling Friday and you're like me and you're like, yeah, SmackDown's for the birds. I don't really want to hear Cody talk right now. I'm not into it. ROH, what's it called? ROH something. I have no idea what this is called. Hold on. Let me scroll back up. Super Card of Honor 2025. This card, Chris, this card is a freaking banger. If you want, just watch bangers. This is the card. Bandito versus Takeshita. That's going to be a banger for the ROH World Championship match.
Who's the champion?
Bandito.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be I'm not kidding. That's going to be a banger match. Athena versus Thunder Rosa. That's going to be a banger for the ROH Women's World Championship match. You know that's going to be a banger. Tag Team Championship match, ROH World Team Championship match. This is going to be not a banger, but Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus the Infantry, which is Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. Sure.
Big fan.
Who are the champions, Chris?
No clue.
Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Then we have the Pure Wrestling Rules match, the ROH Pure Championship. Lee Moriarty versus Blue Panther. Banger. And then we have singles match for the ROH World Television Championship. Nick Wayne versus Titan. Banger. And then a singles match for the interim ROH Women's World Television Championship match. To be announced versus to be announced. Not kidding.
Well, the interim champion, another interim champion.
Yeah, and it's to be announced versus to be announced. So if you really, really want to know who that ROH television champion is, tune in to wherever the hell they're streaming. Enjoy the ROH Supercard. Too bad. Dude, imagine having a talent like Takeshita and going, you know what? Screw All In. Screw our biggest show of the year. You're one of our top guys. You're not going to wrestle there. You're wrestling at ROH on Friday night in front of 500 people. God, man. What a waste of talent Takeshita is. He's so good. But anyway, that's going to do it for the show. Clutch, I'm excited for wrestling. How much wrestling shows will you actually be watching, Clutch?
3, maybe.
3. I'm going to aim for 2. I'm going to aim for All In and Saturday Night Main Event. Chris, how say you?
I'll go 1.
Which one?
He goes 3. He can cover 3. You cover 2. I'll cover 1. Probably out of all those, I'll probably watch Evolution. I'll cover Evolution so I can break it down for you guys afterwards.
All right, you got that, Clutch. We don't have to watch Evolution, but we can if you want to. All right?
Yes, exactly.
Clutch, I got AEW All In for you. If you could please watch Great American Bash for me, that'd be great. I really want to see that contract signing. And anyone on the internet, IWC, let us know what happens on ROH. I'm not paying for the monthly subscription. I don't even know where to do that. But I'm into the matches. It looks like a banger card. We're going to get on out of here. Peace out, guys.
See you.